Would you like to see Cities Skylines with 5 different builders? Are you excited when they finally stop goofing with traffic? Hi, I'm Lee, and I'm the third B in this season's 5B1C. And in this episode, I finally get to do some new development. All right, we're back in Port Concord, and this is a nice little view of our interchange at Main Street and the Cascade Highway. We have our new neighborhood here at Dale Hill. All those big, beautiful buildings with lots and lots of jobs in the offices and some commercial retail. Over here in Pine Hill, more of the same. And of course, we've got our new streetcar line that runs through here and comes out in the tunnel right over here by the bridge. Now, we are going to work on Highland College, but I don't know, if you're an overcharged egg fan, you probably are wondering what happened here. The bridge is back. I did this off camera because it's just really sensitive area. It's not like the easiest to move things around over here. As you can see, that tram isn't really having the best of times. But the bridge is back because we were able to complete the bicycle network. I've got some bike lanes and stuff. I have no idea if this is really helping much. It looks like maybe there's a little use going on over here. It's really hard to say. Yeah, there's some bikes going down right there. So some of this is working out really well as far as that goes. And we've got a bike trail, dedicated bicycle infrastructure that runs along here. We've got a crosswalk. Maybe I should have had that be a bridge or something. I don't know. I'm just trying to get this thing together and get this baby put together. And then it connects over here to the rest of our city. And that is definitely getting some use over here. You can see lots of people walking. It's a shared bicycle right here, a shared bicycle and pedestrian path. Lots of pedestrians going across over into the main part of downtown across the highway. So anyway, things are really shaping up quite nicely. We're going to fill in some spots here on Bayview Park. One of the things that we need to do is we need to complete the college. We've got a 4-star college right here. We're a little bit into the academic year. If we want to make it through to 5-star university, well, 5-star trade college, trade school, whatever they call it, we need about 300 more students. I don't know if we're going to be able to achieve that because I don't know if our population's high enough. We also need to about double campus attractiveness. So that means our campus really kind of has to double in size. So let's work on that a little bit. We've got down here, we have the second college, the School of Tourism and Travel, and we already have the Police Academy. Now, as far as things go for our trade school campus, we need to get 5 stars in order to build the School of Engineering. But we also would like to build the trade school academic statue. Got a spot saved for that. Beach volleyball club, trade school media lab. Those are all great buildings to have. But we also need some other things that I don't think we have built just yet. Don't think we have the laboratories or the auditorium, and I think those are the main ones. So we need to lay out more of the campus. We need to save a spot for this building here. I was hoping the population was going to hit a good spot where this would all be super easy to just throw right in here. That has not happened. We're not even we're still a little short of megalopolis, and I don't think that 3,000 in population is probably going to bring us up to where we need to be. But I'm going to do a little cheating. I'm going to go ahead and go into the Find It settings here. So the Find It mod has an unlock all option. So I'm going to check that, and that's going to give me access to all the buildings that I need here. So I really want to lay out the School of Engineering. If you notice, my campus is already laid out so that we've got the central administration building right here, and then we have one of the big schools there and another big school right here. And then we're going to have some dormitories, some cafeterias, and just study halls, different buildings like that around the edge of the campus. Now, I think it was Zardis that might have put these 2 buildings right here. I sort of like the looks of these buildings, and I'm not sure I want to have quite so tight an alignment right here. There's almost not even room for a walking path in between there. I like to have a little bit of room. So I'm probably going to move some of these buildings around in order to, flesh this campus out. So give me a minute here while I take care of that. All right, one thing that is definitely apparent here is we need to have more space for our campus area here. So I'm going to blow this out a little bit here. We're going to shrink this down on the end, I think. Now, another thing that we need to pay attention to here too is the terrain lines. This area over here, that's probably buildable right there, but it starts getting really steep really fast. That's a mountain right there. It's a big mountain. And I want to make sure that I honor the terrain somewhat. It's not going to be possible to completely honor it. Want to make sure, I really like having this administration building be sort of the centerpiece of the campus as much as possible, but I'm not sure if I have quite enough room to really make it exactly the way I want it. I might need to realign this road a little bit. I want to try to see if I can squeeze in that School of Engineering right there. All right, so what I'm thinking is I probably need to extend this street right here. And then I'm going to actually demolish this, and I might even take this out. I don't really feel like that's got quite the symmetry I was looking for. It sort of fits the terrain, but not necessarily. All right, so let's find a spot here for this School of Engineering now. All right, so we have a terrain issue here. I think what I'm gonna do is to do a little terraforming, but I'm gonna back this off. Yeah, I think I'm gonna back that off just a bit here so that we cut into this area a little bit. So this road is probably just gonna run right around. Okay, so that should be a good location there. We've got a road. Satisfied with the way it's terraformed in here. Now let's get our gravel road here and work our way down. Okay, so we extend the path there, and I want to add a node right here for a crosswalk. And I want to sort of have this be symmetrical right here. I can't really put a path right there because of where I placed that dormitory. I might move that. Okay, so now we have a little room to work with. Now we want to have some of these buildings that are really super important to be central to the rest of the campus. I would think that the media lab would be pretty important. Let's get our terrain lines up here. Actually, I think the media lab would probably be most useful to the tourism school and the engineering school. Okay, that's much better. So our terrain is pretty flat right here. I think that'll be a good place for our media lab. How are we doing on campus attractiveness? 11:30. We still have a long way to go. All right, so let's think about how we're going to reconnect into the Highland Station neighborhood. One of the things I've thought about, and I sort of thought about this a long time ago, not really sure if this is going to work out. I initially thought that it would be a good idea to have this extendable. I put the loop on the other side of the road, not because I wanted to have the trams turn around there, but mainly just because I wanted to not get stuck on this side and not be able to go through the other side. It didn't seem to work out very well. So I'm not really sure if it's really going to help to extend the tram or not, but it's hard to say because we have a tram stop up here. It would be pretty cool if we did have that. We'll see how things turn out. So let's try to connect these streets here. You know, for kicks and giggles, let's try the network multi-tool out here on this. Might come up with a better solution than I would on my own. Let's go with create a connection mode. It's our first segment. It's our last segment. I want to be on this end. Yep, forget it. I can't get that network multi-tool to work. I am not sure if it's a mod conflict that I have, if it's a configuration conflict I have, but I don't have time to troubleshoot it right now. So let's just go with the grid, actually. All right, there should be enough here that we can work with here. So let's find a way to get some more of these buildings in here. I think we need to extend some of the paths. So we could put a couple of fountains right here. I think that would look good. And let's find a building that would make sense over here. Which ones do we already have? So we have a gymnasium and a library. We got a study hall. Definitely use more study halls on this side of the campus. Let's see if we can fit one over here. Looks like that's going to be a tight squeeze. So we're going to put some dormitories over here. Let's see how that looks. I have to dress this up a little bit, but I think it'll work. It's not as pretty as I'd like. This is a really tight spot to squeeze all of this in. We can get a study hall right here. A cafeteria would probably be a good idea. This is a pretty big campus. We need an auditorium. It should be more central to the campus. Now, do we already have a bookstore? Doesn't look like it. Let's see where we can put a bookstore. We have our second academic statue. Got a spot right here for it. So we got some nice symmetry right there. Got two statues. A little different from each other, but they're right next to each other, so that'll look good. So now let's get some water in this neighborhood. I think bicycling is probably going to be about as important as anything in this area here, so fix our paths here. I like when the street lights are going in a way that makes sense. There's symmetry right here. That looks good. Okay, we still have to get these two a little water. Campus attractiveness is really close to our goal here, which is to get it to 5 stars. Oh, we missed the academic year. Now, how close were we? Oh, we lost 79 students. I don't think that gets us where we need to be. We did not get any more. All right, so we're still short, even without having the campus exactly up to spec. We already have a book club. Looks like we do. Do we have an IT club? Yes. All right, let's put some dorms and some study halls in here. Is that enough? Yes, it is enough to get us over the top. Now we just need enough students. So let's see what we can do to add some population here to our city. First off, let's take a look at, well, you know what, actually, before we get too busy with that, let's just round off the edges of this trade school campus. Okay, now what can we do as far as a neighborhood around here? I think we can extend Highland Station a little bit, and I'm not sure I want to plug it into Concord lumber here, but I definitely want to figure out a way to connect into Highland Station. So we'll pause the game so we don't run electricity out in Concord lumber so that I can do something with this hill. Okay, let's zone it up. Got ourselves a new neighborhood over here next to Highland Station, just behind all the commercial. I think I want this to be mostly residential in character, but I'm gonna put some offices in here too. Let's just, need to reconnect the electricity though. Let me put a temporary power connection in here so that we don't lose everything. That's not connected. Okay, there we go, we're safe now. All right, let's check our unemployment and see what we need to add. All right, so we have a lot, I have a pretty good balance right now. So let's keep it balanced by zoning balanced. Offices, I think we're gonna want offices around the retail district because, you know, it's gotta have good access. That is not gonna work for me the way this is just come up here. I think we'll zone the rest low density, just so this doesn't look odd on the fringe here. I'm gonna take the opportunity to add a trail linkage here. Okay, now let's take a look at services. We probably are missing some up here if I had to guess. We've got lots of university. That figures. Okay, high school, elementary, not so much. I think if we built an elementary school, we're gonna have a better chance of getting people to move in. Let's see, where would that most pay off? I think we would put it in the center of the neighborhood here. That might help. Put it right there. And high school. Well, we could probably use a high school over here. I don't know. Is that a high school right there? Doesn't look like a high school. It's an elementary school. I see. There we go. Now that makes more sense. All right, so we don't really have a high school over here. I don't think this area would quite all connect together. I think maybe if we put it in this area somewhere. Yeah, I don't know. The way this is laid out, I don't know if we're going to benefit a lot from a high school. I think I'll just go with the elementary at the moment. Let's check out fire and police. Yeah, we definitely use a little fire department over here. Why don't we put one? Let me put one right here on the corner. And then police. Police looks good. Great. And medical, healthcare. We don't have a whole lot in the way of healthcare up here, but we do have it where we need it. So I'm going to be okay with that. And as far as transit goes, I think we could afford to extend some of these lines. Now, where does that go? 17th Street goes into downtown, goes right into the heart of downtown, actually. And then this line runs down Bayview Boulevard to Bayview. Yeah, we could extend that, both of those, actually, I think. All right, that should be good right there. Oh, and I just had an idea occur to me. Give me a second, let me finish up these lines here. think that'll do. Okay, so now something else that I just had occur to me. We don't have any sports complexes in this entire city. So what could we do? It's a museum. I don't want museums. So what could we do maybe to get like a basketball arena or something in here, or an American football stadium? I don't think I want to go with the stadium. I mean, the football arena, well, that's really big. Ooh, I wish I'd have thought of this sooner. I don't know if we're going to be able to fit that on campus. I sure would like to add that somewhere. You know, I think I'm going to leave that for one of the other guys. I think that we could really use some sports facilities. I'd love to get that here for Highland College, but yeah. Anyway, so there's our campus. And I'm going to do a little detail work on stuff on it, I think, but I'm going to take a break from that, and I'm going to go down here to Dale Hill again. And I just realized that I forgot to add some zoning over here. I think we should go with some residential here. All right, we'll let that fill in. And then over here on the lower end of Dale Hill, we've got this lovely freight terminal. Now, I sort of hate to add too much to this because it's already pretty busy over here. But I think we might be able to get away with a little bit more. Just a little bit of generic. Can we even build generic industry over here? Yes, we can build a generic industry. Okay, good. All right, so we're going to throw in a little generic industry. There we go. And let me turn... So I'm going to turn the zoning off on the roundabout here. Oh, and I used the wrong kind of street. That's good. All right, so we've got no zoning there. And now we can zone here. Get a little bit of generic industry here, close to the highway. But we're not going to zone right on Dale Drive. Nope, we're going to try to keep the traffic from getting insane over here by zoning some office. That should be enough. I don't want to go with more than that. All right, so now let's get the rest of this and we'll make it office. All right, so over here, there's sort of a shelter, although there's probably going to be noisy freight trains through here. So maybe I should just leave some of this office. I'm going to just zone sort of little skinny spots of it, though, just because of the terrain. People like to live next to cemeteries. They're quiet, peaceful usually. So I'm going to have one residential building right there. Over here, I think it's just going to be too noisy. So I'm going to keep that all office. Just have a little smattering of office buildings through here. I'm trying to leave a little extra space. I'm probably just going to load that up with trees or something because I don't want to take up too much room away from the ability to change this into a basket weave interchange if we need to. We'll probably still lose some buildings over here. Might have to move Dale Drive, hopefully not, but yeah, that should take care of things pretty well. Now while that fills in, I'm going to do a little work here on a park. Now, I got a couple ideas here. I think it was probably city planner if I had to guess. He put this temple, which is a unique building here. I was thinking this is a really cool sight line right here as you're going down 3rd Street. Whoops, there we go. And all I've got right now is a nice vanilla 8-story building or whatever there. And I was thinking, boy, that would be really cool if we had a temple there, especially to go along with the Japanese gardens right there. So let's change that out. We'll lose a little office, but we just zoned a whole bunch, so I'm not going to feel too bad about it. And I'm going to actually cut these zones back a little bit too, just so it has a little bit of room for trails and stuff to go alongside it. Let's move this. Instead of having it next to the highway, it'll be right here at the top of Pine Hill. I should have turned Anarchy off. Demolish those for the time being. And then I'm going to run a city park path right down along through here, not all the way down, because Sims will be able to cross over to the tram line and walk alongside that, because those have sidewalks on either side. Okay, so now let's make this into a park area here, since we're already starting to use park paths and stuff like that. We're going to be unable to get the maximum out of this, but we're still going to be able to get quite a lot if we just turn this into a park area. And I'm going to extend this park over here too. So I've got some ideas for that corner right there. And then I'm just going to split it up. And we'll call this Pine Gardens. Even though that's sort of a misnomer, these are not pines. Alright, so let's see. Maybe we can fit some gazebos in here. Oh, we need a main gate. I forgot about the gates. So let's get some gates going on in here first. That's a very good idea. Put a main gate here, put a side gate here, and then we'll run our paths again. Yeah, we can't do that. Okay, now let's try the gazebos. We'll go with some nice symmetry right here. Now, this is a really steep hill. I don't know if you noticed. Alright, so we're going to lower these to the point where they look less insane. They're still going to look a little insane, but they look a little less insane than they did. So that's good. Alright, so now let's get some trees in here. Let me take care of the other side first. Alright, so over here, I've already got a few paths that I put through. Let's take those out. Again, we'll put a side gate here. And I'm going to try to get a side gate over here. Is there a parallel that I can use to line that up? There's a parallel. That's not a street. Well, I can't find a parallel street that I don't have to demolish something to get to it, so I'll just use move it, and we'll do the best we can here. Turn on the grid line. That grid's not going to help a whole lot, is it? Probably not. No, snap. Yes, snap will help. Okay, so now we can connect up these paths. Alright, so take that one and line it up once I turn off the snapping. Run it straight into the tram track. And we'll do the same thing over here. And we'll try to line it up a little bit here. Okay, now we have room to fit a gazebo. I'd love to fit like a climbing frame or something in there, but I just don't think that's going to be possible. Alright, so now let's break out some trees. Don't want to have a huge brush, but I think we'll go with the pink tree motif. Well, whatever. It's pretty dense with trees. I think those trees are a little oversized. Let me take out the big ones. I want some adlers instead. Okay, that's not too bad. I'll take it. And then over here, let's get some of those flower trees again. That looks pretty good. I really like that. I think that looks a lot better than it did. Okay. Alright, now let's take a look over here at Dale Hill, see if there's any zoning that we can fill in. Sure is. Population's just about to hit 52,000. Still have one more trip back there, I think. And right here, I think, yeah, we'll let those people have their space right there. Now, right here, this doesn't quite look right. There we go. I'll let that fill in. And then Bayview Park could use a little bit of help. Let's see if we can add a little bit of flair here to Bayview Park. How about if we put another climbing frame over here, maybe? Maybe a gazebo. I don't know. You know what? I think I'll just go with some flower gardens here. Now, if only that was a little flat, I would try to build a little something in there. I think I'm going to throw a little stand in here, though. Not sure which way is the front. Looks like I've got it backwards. That'll be good. I think that'll work. It looks a little more interesting. And I think we can fill in the rest of this. There we go. Let's check out over here. Got that gap we can fill in. Traffic looks like it's in pretty good shape here. Now I'm going to go through and set priority signs along Dale Drive. So having a little generic industry over here by the farm area, that's going to help take some of the stress off of our transportation network, because some of these heavy trucks won't have to go to the freight terminal or to the highway. They can go to some of this generic industry, hopefully anyway, and sell their goods, and hopefully it will help supply our city. There will be some more delivery trucks, but those are usually a lot easier on the city infrastructure. And I just heard something upgrade. Might be Pine Gardens. Yes, it is. So that's level 2 now. All right, so things are working out really well right now. Now let's try dressing up Highland College a little bit. So for starters, we have this hill here, and I think that we need to put some trees in here. Now I don't remember if I even have this mod. Well, I guess I can't use, it's not gonna be that easy for me to do this with the brush. I'm just gonna do it by hand. I'm used to doing it that way anyway. Nope, I'm not gonna do it by hand. It's big. Ha ha ha. That's a lot of trees. Yeah, those are too tall. End of an academic year. We lost students. That's not going to help us get to 5 stars now, is it? All right, so let's just do this by hand. Let's check our sight lines out. I don't like it. I don't know. I don't know if you'd be able to see from... No, you really would. I don't know. It's really hard to do with these trees. I'm starting to realize now why the other creators are better at this than me. Alright, let's take out some of these big ones. We'll go with that. I am sure the other creators can do a better job than I can on these trees. They are not my forte, apparently. Oh, that's way too small. All right, so I've just thrown some random trees in here. I think that will be okay. I don't know. I'm not the best at the trees. At least not for a huge area like this. This is a lot of work, even with the tree brush, which I'm not really a particular big user of in the first place. So this is a lot of a stretch for me. So any of the other creators like the trees on this campus, yeah, you're welcome to change them. But probably you're going to work on your own stuff, which I completely understand. Anyway, So now I want to make sure I have crossings through here because it's really going to be a long walk. Well, the other thing I need to do too, let me do this first. I need to make sure there's enough paths that are connecting across to some of these. And I really feel like I need some more right in here. Yeah, that should help. And I should put what we got right here. Yeah, that's what I figured that was going to do. Yeah, that'll work. All right, so now let's put some crossings in. And hopefully we'll catch anything else that we missed here. All right, so I would really like a crossing right there. And I might move that to put another crossing in. I definitely want a crossing there. Make it so that everybody can get across the street here to the police academy building easily. And we definitely need a crossing here. I'm just gonna throw that note right. I don't like when errors happen, especially if they crash my game. I think we can use that node right there for a crossing. It's not really lined up perfectly, but I'm going to go with it. Crossing right there. It's scary. I don't like when it does that. Okay, that looks good. Good. Right there. Could use a crossing. Looks like it's got two of them now. Yeah, you know what? Forget it. I'll let that go back to default. I will put a crossing right here, though. And I think I have a crossing there already. Yeah, their Sims are going across that. And yeah, I think that looks pretty good. All right, so now let's go back to Dale Hill here. No, Pine Hill. I need to go back to Pine Hill. I need to make sure that there's a crossing. Okay, that node right there would be great for a crossing. Hopefully that puts one in. I don't know. If anybody crosses there, then I guess I'll know. Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell. All right, so let's fill in the rest of this up here. I think that office buildings would make sense because I don't think anybody's going to want to be there for the highway noise. Okay, that's good. Let's put some more trees over here. Definitely think there would be some hiding going on here with the industrial area. Don't think we need to worry about power anymore. I think that should all be connected. Yeah. And we'll kind of cover up the scar a little bit here. Not quite the right trees probably, but it'll look a little better than it does now. I should probably make more than one tree brush, right? Make that neighborhood a little quieter for the bicyclists and the pedestrians running through there. And we're just going to have a little green space right here. Oh, I probably shouldn't have done that. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. Let it go. Fill this in. Okay, so we're about at 52,500, well, 400. Is there any place that we would want to densify? Just a little bit even. I think that this area by the park would definitely densify because I mean, there's a lot of really good land right there. I think this would all be high density residential. And this over here would definitely be more valuable because of the tram stop that's really close there. But it wouldn't be residential anymore. Yeah, I think we're good with that. Now, wasn't there a subway station in here somewhere? Ah, right here. Let's take advantage of that. Let's get some more going on in that neighborhood. I think that stub right there would go away because they talk the city into, hey, you know, I could build there, and then you'd have money coming in instead of money going out, paying for a street that nobody really uses. I think they would probably make the same argument right here. Actually, I'm gonna put a little commercial in over here. So we don't have any commercial anywhere near here. People gotta be able to buy some groceries or something. I think that takes care of that. only have a little bit of area here. Yeah, I think it would densify because of the metro station. This would probably be prime real estate right here. Ooh, whoops, right here. I think there'd be a little bit of retail along this street right here. All right. So that area is all going to be dense. Much, much more dense. Let's take a look at traffic. How's traffic flowing? Looks really, really good. I see red, but mostly just intersections. There's a lot of orange, which isn't red. Over here, this is flowing. Everything's working really well over there. This is really shaping up. Concord Boulevard is flowing very nicely. And it looks like the Emerson Pit has run out of natural resources. Yep, so we need to probably paint in some more for that to operate again. Well, I think my work here is done. This is starting to really shape up quite nicely. Let's take a look at Highland Station here. That neighborhood's mostly filled in. Looks like some of the houses, yeah, they're leveling up nicely. Now, I don't know that I have a lot in the way of parks over here, do I? Not really. Let's add a dog park in here somewhere. How about at the end of the street right here? We'll just throw a nice little dog park right there. That hopefully, yeah, that helps a little bit. And maybe we could put a playground over here. Now, do we need... I don't think we need that power line anymore. Where can we put this? I think we can put a small playground in here. That might be more appropriate. That takes care of that. Now, I don't think I need these power lines here anymore. Let's take those out of the way. Excellent. And Highland College, how close are we to having enough students? We're not. We're not even anywhere near. Now, is that because I'm not getting enough enrollment? Not over capacity. Don't have 100% elementary and high school graduation though either. Okay, so something we could do that would help the Highland neighborhood. Let's change the policy here and go with education boost. Get more people to go to school. And then we're going to do the same thing over here at Bayview Hills. Yeah, let's do that. And we'll go over to Bayview and do the same. And we'll do it at Dale Hill too. Downtown and Pine Hill too. That might make a difference in getting us some more high school, well, college graduates. More people going into college. Highland Station, I did not. Yeah, we'll do education boost here too. This is probably not going to help our industrial areas like Concord Lumber here. Let me extend this area here. Let's take a look at land value here. I think we've got some pretty good land value going on. Oops. Highland. 47 credits per square meter. 59 credits per square meter at Highland Station. Bayview Hills is at 58. Bayview's at 66. High Bay 55. Dale Hill is 60. Daleview is at 26. And then does Dale Hill include? Yes, it does. Kind of think I should set that up as a separate area here. Just call that the Dale Industrial Park. Or, yeah, we'll call it the Dale Industrial Park. All right, now Dale Hill has 72 credits per square meter. And Pine Hill is at 76. Wow, that's quite an improvement over what it was. So we've definitely increased value here, which is going to deliver lots more tax revenue. Not like we need it, but it's always good to have healthy city with healthy land values, unless you're trying to supply a lot of low-end workers here. But Green Hill has quite a lot of those kinds of workers going on. Concord Valley, 65 credits. So the main thing is I wanted to have the central neighborhoods in the city have the good land value, and that seems to be the case for sure. we've got some outlying neighborhoods that are also very valuable, which is reasonable considering we've got ocean views over here. And we've got, well, we're right here in the mountains, but by the universities. That's usually a pretty good place to have land. I think we're probably going to hit about 53,000 here, so that's a decent place to end it. It won't get us to the last milestone, but I am sure Overcharged Ag will be able to get us there. Did you enjoy this video? Please leave a like. I'm not sure if they'll be around for or how much I'll be involved, but I really want to thank Zardis for inviting me into this collaboration and City Planner for helping me to survive it. If you haven't checked out my tutorial series, More Money, Less Traffic, you're in for a treat. I've got lots of fun things coming up in Reddington too. Last, I want to thank my Patreon supporters, and thank you for watching. So long!